WLFI Lafayette. News from where you live.
Good evening. I'm Elizabeth Rentschler. Thank you for joining us tonight. 50 years ago this summer, thousands of people came to Mississippi for what is now known as the Freedom Summer. Volunteers signed up African Americans to vote during a time when laws made it nearly impossible for them to do so. One West Lafayette man went down to Mississippi that summer. News 18's Kelly Roberts spoke to him today as he reflects on the lessons and experiences 50 years later.
In 1964, West Lafayette resident Don Nead was working as a clergyman for the Presbyterian Church in Texas. Earlier that year, the Freedom Summer Project started to take shape, the goal to sign up African Americans to vote in Mississippi. It was in the midst of the civil rights movement. Segregation and racism ran rampant in the South, but the church wanted to help.
They asked me, you need to do this.
So in April of 1964, Nead drove from Texas to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Once he got there, he was teamed up with a local person and went to the African American neighborhoods to register people to vote. He had several experiences he remembers, but one came from the reaction of a 92-year-old woman.
The older woman looked at me and said, "Reverend, there's just one thing I'd like to do before I die. I would love to vote."
With every successful registration, there was an army of locals against the project. One of the most infamous stories from the summer was the disappearance of volunteers Michael Schwerner, James Cheney, and Andrew Goodman. The case brought the FBI to Mississippi. Their murdered bodies were found later that summer. Nead recalls one discussion with a Mississippi state trooper.
He talked directly at me, making it quite clear that if I was here under any other circumstances, I would be welcome. But because I'm here doing what I'm doing, he would advise me to get out of the state.
Nead's assignment was a week long. He kept up with the events of Freedom Summer once he got home, taking with him lessons he holds true today.
Even though people might not agree with you wholeheartedly, if you believe in it strongly enough, they will give you support.
Kelly Roberts, News 18.